Hello and welcome back to the channel Understanding Concepts of Physics. Subscribe the channel in case you haven't done so yet. This is one of the doubt solving sessions wherein one of my students have asked this doubt. You can pause the video and go through the question. There are three data given, mass is given, there are two equations, and they have asked us to find out the incorrect statement. So we are supposed to find out the wrong statement out of all these four. So let's see. So I've slotted the data. Mass is given. This is in grams. Definitely we'll have to convert this into kg. So that is equal to 20 into 10 raised to minus 3 kgs. So x1 is given, x2 is given. There are two equations, and we are supposed to find out the incorrect statement from the given options. So I'll check for option A. Now option A says that the displacement of the particle at t equal to 0 is 2 root 3 meters. So because the particle is in two simple harmonic motions, they will be having some resultant. So what we are going to do is we are going to find out at t equal to 0, x1 is equal to 0. If you see this equation, if I put t equal to 0, 10 into 0 would be 0, sine 0 is 0, and 0 into 2 is 0, so x1 is coming out to be 0. So x1 is 0. In place of x2 I have again put that same thing. So x2 ka equation is 4 sine 10t plus pi by 3. This is the equation for x2. So if I put time is equal to 0, this entire thing goes to 0. So what remains is 4 sine pi by 3. Sine pi by 3 is 60 degrees. Sine 60 is root 3 by 2. Sine 60 is root 3 by 2. So I'll cancel 2 ones are, 2 twos are, and I get 2 root 3. So this is I'm getting x2, and this is I'm getting x1 at time t equal to 0. So I'll simply add them up. I'll get 2 root 3. So this is what they have given, 2 root 3. So from the concepts of physics we are getting this thing. So this is the correct answer, but we are supposed to find out the incorrect statement. So I'll check for the option B. Now in option B they have said okay, the velocity, the maximum velocity is 20 root 7. I guess it's that 20 root 7. So let's try to find out the maximum speed. Now if this is my x1 and this is my x2, I'll find out the resultant amplitude between them. So the formula for resultant amplitude which I am using is r is equal to root of a1 square plus a2 square plus 2a1 a2 cos of alpha 1 minus alpha 2. Now this formula is derived in chapters on oscillation. A1 is 2, A2 is 4, A1 is 2 and A2 is 4. Regarding alpha 1 is like plus 0 because there is nothing means there is 0, and alpha 2 is pi by 3. So I put in alpha is equal to pi by 3. So A1 ka value is 2, 4, 2, 4, pi by 3 minus 0 is pi by 3. Now 2 square is 4, 4 square is 16, this multiplied you get 16, this is pi by 3 is 60, cos 60 is half. This cuts off and you get root of 28, which I can write as root of 2 root 7, because 28 can be written as root of 4 times 7, and 4 can come out. So 2 root 7. Now we are supposed to find out the maximum speed. So what we are going to do is we are going to create a general equation using these two equations. So it would be a very long derivation in this particular video. So if you solve these two equations and you get a resultant equation, you get x is equal to r sine omega t plus delta. Now this is not a video where you directly jump onto the solution and you get to know. Definitely you should be going back to the theory and understanding how this equation comes. X is equal to r sine omega t plus delta, where r stands for resultant amplitude and delta stands for resultant initial phase angle. Omega is as usual angular frequency, t is time, x is displacement. Now in oscillation we come across one more formula, that is V is equal to omega A. And in place of A I am putting as resultant amplitude. Now this formula is applicable for maximum velocity. Maximum velocity. So this formula is applicable for maximum velocity where A is amplitude. So in place of A I am writing as resultant amplitude. So omega is 10 for both the waves. R I have just found out that is root of 2 root 7. So 2 into 10 is 20 root 7 meters per second. So this is velocity, which is the second option, So this is the second option. So ideally this statement is also correct, this statement is also correct. So this cannot be our answer because we are supposed to get the incorrect statement. So now I'll check for the maximum acceleration. Now in order to check the maximum acceleration, I am checking the option C. The formula for acceleration is equal to minus of omega square x, but in place of x I am putting as a, that is the maximum displacement, that is omega square x is the formula, but I am putting in place of x I am putting as a to get the maximum acceleration. So this formula is for maximum acceleration. So in place of a I will put as r because we are talking about the resultant. So omega square r. In place of r I have found out that it is root of 2 by 2 root 7, and if you multiply I will get 200 root 7. Now this, if you see, this is the third option. So 1, 2, 3, all three options are correct, then definitely this goes off, and definitely this is going to go wrong, and this would be the answer. So option D would be our answer. Let's just find it out for ourselves. So now we are checking for option D. Total energy, the formula for total energy is half of m omega square a square. M is given as 20 into 10 raised to minus 3. Omega is 10 and square of that, so I have squared it. And r I have found out 2 root 7 and the square of that, so that's square. So 2 ones are 2 tens are. So this is 10, 10 raised to 2, that is 10 raised to 3. That 10 raised to 3, 10 raised to minus 3 gets cancelled off. 2 square is 4 times root 7 ka square is 7. This is 28 joules. But in the option they have said 28 kilojoules. So this option goes wrong. And since this option is wrong, D would be our correct answer. I hope you have followed this solution. There are a lot of formulas and there are a lot of concepts involved in this particular MCQ. I would request, in case if you do not follow, then go back to the theoretical part and then come back to this numerical. In case you haven't subscribed it yet, just please go ahead and subscribe the channel. Thank you so much. Bye.